With the Glow Racers possibly coming to an end here soon, it's time to think about where we'd rank them with all the other expanded universe lines post Cars 3. So of course you have Fireball Beach, Thomasville, Endurance, which I think Glow Racers are way better. I was not a fan of the Endurance Racers line at all. I don't know about you guys. I think the NASCAR line, though, is widely regarded as the gold standard, the best expand universe line, and I do agree it's definitely better than the Glow Racers, but the GRCs gave it a little bit of a run for its money. I would still consider that an expand universe line, although it was in the main line. It was just integrated in with the main line. You have a couple XRS series as well, but I think the Glow Racers has been really strong. It's included characters not traditionally included in expand universe lines like Fillmore and Ramone here, and I appreciate that. I hope we do get the Sally that we know has been confirmed or planned for the Glow Racers line. But like I said in my review of Jackson a couple days ago, this line might be in jeopardy. We might see a couple cancellations with it. I just don't see Mattel keeping it around for too much longer. I'm not confident. It's been selling super great at retailers. They've been peg warming. So we'll see what happens, obviously. But either way, GRC, not GRC, Glow Racers, which it's almost the same acronym, GR. But anyways, yes, I'm trying to say Ramone and Jackson are out in Canada and they're out at Target stores in the US. So get on out there. Hope you can find them. I checked a couple stores, but I wanted to just grab them off eBay and review them for you guys as soon as possible. I'm going to be going out of town for about 2 weeks. So if I were to find them, well, I'm not even going to be in town to find them. But I just wanted to get the reviews out. Call it a day. But yes, let's get into it now with Mr. Ramone here. Long-awaited release, as he was included in a playset for the Glow Racers way back when the line debuted in summer of 2023. And the funny thing is that version now is technically, well, it's plastic, but it's also a variant from this because it doesn't include the paint gun, which the fact that this one does include or feature the paint gun is absurd. I absolutely think it should not. It's covering the 95 decal that they added to his paint job. Probably one of the best things about the paint job. Like, makes no sense. The fact that Mattel has used the body shop version of Ramone for so many of the special edition Ramones over the last few years, like the Pixar Fest version, makes no sense whatsoever. I cannot stand it. It's like if you were to use Lightning McQueen with Cone for all the special releases, like Glow Racers, Lightning McQueen with Cone, Racing Red, Lightning McQueen with Cone, Pixar Fest, Lightning McQueen with Cone. Like, it's ridiculous. It bothers me, and yet here we are again. But the playset got it right, and I was about to buy the playset because this took so long to come out. Along with Jackson, we knew both were going to get diecast releases. They were both in those early playsets. It just took way longer. They got postponed. I'm just glad to finally have them, though. I'm glad they didn't get canceled because I definitely would have gotten that playset for Ramone, and I still might just because it is a variant from, this is basically Body Shop Glow Racers Ramone. But anyways, I like the name tag. I like the blister. Like I said with Jackson, it's not the streamlined blisters that we get with almost everything else. So we can definitely appreciate the small things in life. On the car back here, you can see the other cars in the case: Ryan Inside Laney, Lightning McQueen, Jackson Storm, and Chase Racelet. Now, anyone who's found these at Target or whatever it is, let me know in the comments if the card backs for Ryan, McQueen, and Chase are updated to show Jackson and Ramone on the back. I'm really curious if we have some new package variants that completists, people who buy everything and anything for cars, kind of like me, not fully like me. I don't buy everything. Just to be clear, they'll have to get some more Glow Racers. So, yes, I know Astro Smokey certainly will. He's a completist. But anywho, let's open up Mr. Ramone here and, yeah, take a look how he glows. Obviously, I think he'll be very good because of all that blue surface area. That is a recipe for success when it comes to Glow Racers.
Ooh, you wanna come and get me, kick
Now, hopefully I can find an image of the plastic version loose to put up there on the screen so you guys can get an idea of a comparison. Unfortunately, I don't have it myself, unlike I did with the plastic version of Jackson that we used in his review. So yeah, hopefully got an image there for you guys to take a gander at. But let's just dig in. I'm very excited to take a look at how they concocted up this Glow Racer design, because it's not, although I kind of thought it was originally, just like a blue version of purple Ramones paint job. Like they just took the exact same decals, translated over, but made it blue. That's not really what happened. They removed the ghost flames on the hood there and left the same kind of pinstripe design, but recolored it. So the tip of it there, instead of being blue, is kind of an orange. Yeah, it's actually kind of a burnt, crisp orange. You got the yellow stripes going down the center of the hood there. So very interesting that they removed the ghost flames, and kind of reminiscent of like Ghostlight Ramone, but the pattern there on his hood is completely different. So it's a little bit of a medley of designs, if you will. This does feature a plastic eye plate there that's separate from the main metal body. And the paint gun, or whatever you want to call it here, on his right side is also a separate plastic piece inserted into the body. And yeah, like I said, it's horrible. I mean, you're covering up the 95 decal, which is really special to the Glow Racers line. Like, it's really important to why Ramone is even in this line. But thankfully, you can just turn him around and take a look at on the other side there. 95 looks really nice. And again, comparing him to the purple Ramone, which he's obviously most closely based on, they removed some of the ghost flames behind the main yellow and orange flame there. So those purple flames behind it, gone. Why did they do that? I don't know, but I actually appreciate it. Appreciate the fact that they're just changing things up and not making it such a copy and paste, or just kind of a reiteration or a new rendition, basically, with a glow paint job, essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just glad they switched it up a little bit. You got the blue tires with the red wheels. Those look fantastic. And yeah, moving here toward the back, you got the blue insignia design there. Just hard to kind of see on the Glow Racers version because it's blue on blue. On the back here, you got the same insignia there as well, but in orange instead of the blue. Nice color change. And you could see the pop-up in the interior there that I don't know why they do this. It's a weird detail that Mattel insists on putting on every Ramone, even though I think it's really unnecessary. But yeah, that interior piece that you can just barely make out through the back window there. You can also see, which Tylen's done this, anything that was like a silver chrome before, like you could see the trim here along the windows, that's been converted to this dark gray. And that's like with anything that has this silver color, it becomes a dark gray, unfortunately. And you can see it here on the back along the fins and around the taillights and the license plate holder, which is still the good old low and slow. Love it, love it, love it. So yeah, it's a nice design for sure. Like, it reminds me a lot of Ghostlight Ramone because of the blue and because of the fact it doesn't have those hood flames, but all the decals are taken from purple Ramone. It's just slightly recolored and some of them removed. And so it's very intriguing, you know, how they kind of concocted it. But yeah, let's actually take a look here at the base. I'm curious to see when this guy was produced. T38A, so made during the 38th week of 2024 at the A Factory. You got the Chevrolet trademark because he is a Chevy Impala. And I think Jackson was either 38 or 39. He was 38. Okay, so yeah, they were produced during the same week. Let me know if you have it. When was yours produced? I'm always curious. I'm always nerding out about the weirdest stuff. You guys know me. But yeah, this guy looks great. We'll test his glow ability out momentarily. But I do have a prototype that I want to compare him to. Obviously, you got just a coded engineering prototype of Glow Racers Ramone that I got recently. And yeah, perfect to show in the review here. So this guy was produced the 12th week of 2024. So I think that would be 26 weeks before the official version that we just opened up. So that's pretty interesting, but I don't really see too many differences. In fact, I think they're pretty much the exact same thing. You might see a coloring difference here or there, but certainly nothing major. And that's as to be expected when it comes to engineering prototypes, or a better way to say it is just like a stamped prototype. I love them. They're definitely a lot easier to acquire than a raw prototype that has no decals and it's got all the wacky colors. A more traditional prototype that you see in all the episodes on my channel of Prototype Prestige. That being said, though, these are a nice supplement when those aren't as readily available. But the market's gotten a little out of control. I mean, the fact that some of these engineering prototypes are going, I wouldn't even say going, like maybe a couple of them have sold, but listed on eBay for $200 to $300. Absurd. Don't buy those, guys. Every single one of the engineering prototypes I have gotten has been 120 or less, and usually less than that. But I will say, as I have been, continuing to get these, the prices have gone up, and maybe it's my fault because I publicize them and I give people, the idea like, hey, like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like maybe I want to go get one of those too. And, the demand rises and the prices increase. So I guess it's my fault, guys. I'm sorry. Anywho, here's Intro Ramone from Cars 3, another blue Ramone that I wanted to make sure found his way into this video. But his patterns are nothing at all like the patterns here on Glow Racers Ramone. And also, he doesn't have the paint gun, which is a huge win. Surprised. Who also doesn't have the paint gun? This new wintry Ramone that they came out a couple years ago when they did the reindeer. Really underrated release of Ramone. Just kind of a random, out of nowhere, new Christmas Ramone, new holiday Ramone. Like, no one was expecting it. But yeah, I actually really like it. The expression's pretty good too. Although I do like the expression on the Glow Racers Ramone here quite a bit. Like, just, it looks a little bit better than this, with him just looking so dead center. The eyes are perfectly spaced apart from the ends of the windshield. Like, it just looks too robotic. But yeah, this is, I believe, the Vietnamese version of Ghostlight Ramone. Too many G's. GRC, Glow, Ghostlight. And that's why he looks so different from the Chinese version of Ghostlight Ramone, which was a lot more of a darker metallic blue. It's crazy how different in color those two are. But that's a story for another video. And one more I wanted to show, just in case anyone was curious about the decals, is Yellow Ramone here, because he also, kind of like Purple Ramone, has a few decals removed, but similar paint job. Although the comparison here is a lot more apropos to the Ghostlight Ramone, in which they have pretty much the exact same pattern there on the hood and on the side, but everything's just colored a little bit differently. And that's a comparison I feel like people don't really make. I mean, the hood or the roof decals are omitted, but Yellow and Ghostlight Ramone are actually very, very similar in terms of their decals. So that's all I have for him without taking a look at how he glows. I did want to actually do a color comparison to further install my theory that Mattel, the shade of light blue here is exactly the same, guys. Mattel has been strategically releasing the Glow Racers waves with cars that share the same paint. We saw this with Fillmore and Chase, who have the exact same shade of green. McQueen, Mater, and Cruz, all like red and yellow, right? That's all kind of in the same realm. Now, with Ryan and Dan Garcia, it makes no sense. These two completely reject the theory, right? But Glow Racers, Ramone and Jackson go right back to supporting and evidencing the fact that Mattel is being very strategic about how they release and who they release together, which, hey, all props to them. You got to be smart. But let's turn off the lights and see how well he looks glowing. Well, first off, I have to say, seeing all the glow racers together in a big group shot like this is pretty awesome. And I think Ramone might just single-handedly right now be taking the throne as the best glow racer. I mean, there might be other metrics involved. I really do think Jackson's phenomenal as well. But man, with all that blue surface area, Ramone stands out more than anyone else here. I mean, we see all of them at once glowing. I can barely see Dan Garcia back there. McQueen also. Mater not doing great because they have the red, and the red's not glowing. It's the yellow on them that is glowing. That's why Cruz, I think Fillmore, looks fantastic back there. But the blue here, a unique color, and yeah, it just looks absolutely incredible, guys. The tires aren't really glowing, but maybe it's because they haven't been exposed to light. Some people say, like, don't show the car, or like don't put the car up to a light bulb. That's bad for the paint or whatever. It's bad for whatever. I don't know the science behind it. Some people say you put it up to a light, it glows better. Now, I've done it both times. I don't really feel like it matters all that much. Like, I think I didn't put it up to a light and it's glowing just fine. Maybe you can get a little more juice out of it. But yeah, I mean, I think it looks great. I think Jackson might overall be a better glow racer because I love his paint job. It's like, man, what the hell, Mattel? Where did all this creativity come for Jackson, who you absolutely shafted on the NASCAR version? NASCAR version of Jackson is horrible, in my opinion. And then, yeah, you have Ramone here, who has that exact same shade of blue, but all over him. He's not broken up by all the black portions of Jackson Storm. So both of them are great. Mattel, if these are the last glow racers, they saved the best for last, like I like to do. So yeah, props to them. I'm a huge fan. I recommend grabbing these. Even, they're $6.50 or whatever at Target. It's kind of crazy. But hey, they do glow. They do work. The only thing about Ramone that I complain about is the fact that they added the paint gun. I love the 95 logos. The fact that they even put those on there is great. Because with Cruz, Ramirez, Fillmore, Fillmore, they did put the 95. My bad. Cruz, though, didn't change anything on her paint job. So, huge fan of Ramone here. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Appreciate the support. Let me know your favorite glow racer now with Ramone in the mix. And, obviously, your favorite expanded universe line. How you rank the glow racers with everything. We'll talk soon. See you guys later for another video. Bye now.